What's up, boys? So I'm open to having my mind change, but here's what I think about RP. I believe RP is a good short-term solution, but not long. If your goal is to find commitment from a solid woman, like most of us are, consuming too much RP content, in my opinion, will actually kind of push you away from finding the one. Now, there's different genres of the RP. You have your self-improvement guys. Then you have your more entertainment RP guys, where they take the hottest clip of the week of a girl doing some crazy shit to her baby daddy, boyfriend, etc. If you're watching a lot of that content, I really don't think you'll have a chance at finding a good girl. Because every time you meet a good girl, you have a thought in the back of your head, she's gonna do you crazy and do you dirty. So the solution, maybe find content creators that talk about relationships when you're trying to look for a relationship. That's just my opinion. What do y'all think in the comments?
I do agree that there's many areas within the RP that have different purposes. I always say that never agree with anything completely. Make your own assessments. But I like the RPs because they give you just knowledge. Don't make men deluded to what the world is, which I believe what my content is like. I don't say necessarily because I believe there's good women out there. There are, and having a relationship is hard work. And it's what men and women should have. Being alone sucks, and it is important to create relationships, create families. I also think that not being deluded, to how the world works is important. Not being deluded to the problems of men. Whether even though men want relationships, it is hard and harder than you may think, right? And it's a battle. It's an upscale battle more than what men or women think, right? It's never an easy thing. Oh, just get a personality. Oh, just improve your social skills. It's never that easy. It's never that easy. Even if you, let's say, try to do the route where improve your social skills, when you have no one to talk to and getting rejected constantly, improving your social skills isn't the easiest. Okay, but regardless, I'm just saying that like where my content really is that I just like to show the struggles of men, not necessarily saying women are terrible or this and that. It's more like the divorce is a struggle, marriage is a struggle, relationships, child, all the stuff that men face. Men are not as privileged or as in power as women or other men think they are, which is why I like the RP in the sense that, I was very liberal early in my life, and I'm thinking about like, what? Men have it just as hard or harder than women, and how society brainwashing you and thinking that like, no, men have it easy, or it's not as hard as this. It's not hard. It's like no, it's very hard, and we ignore the plight, and the hardships of men because we assume that they're men, so it's whatever. That's what I believe. For me, RP was done to show me the struggles of men. And again, you don't have to agree with everything. I don't think all women are terrible. All women are cheaters and all that stuff. The things that men always say. And I'm also not the person who, I don't believe in getting a relationship or having multiple women. That's not me. I mean, especially like, I'm type of the demographic of men that, we don't. I'm not the charming man. I'm not the player type of man. I don't get droves of women. So I don't believe the average man are into just having multiple women. I don't. I really don't. I don't believe that average men really care to have many women or get a woman and then cheat on her, or the high value man. Remember, it's rare. Okay, I believe the average man, he wants a relationship, a strong, a stable relationship. He wants to be with one woman for the rest of his life. That makes him happy, and so he can make them happy. So that's again, that's what the RP has done for me. Don't need to agree with everything, but take the information in, digest it, process it, and implement it however you can in your life.
I've known my wife for 12 years, been married for 5. Last week, my wife asked me to use my phone as her phone was in the shop, which she was going to pick up later on. Next day, I'm at work. I go into my Instagram, but she must have logged in using my phone and stayed in.
She's logged into his Instagram.
Hers.
Into her. Oh,
So
okay.
she's
Yeah.
logged into
So
her
he's got
Instagram.
access to her Instagram.
'cause
Okay,
she's
okay.
still on.
With you.
Okay, I'm not really one to pry because I trust my wife. But I saw a message, a back and forth of a guy. The guy asks her, "How have you been? Should we see each other?" She responds, "No, I don't think that would be good because my husband wouldn't like it."
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Good.
The last 3 lines get me and I don't know what to do. He says he is a lucky man. I can't believe I messed up. You will always be the love of my life. She responds saying, "What do I do?" Oh, let me tell you something.
Willing to take her back, even though I just gave you proof that she's cheating on you.
End of the day, I'm about accountability. If a man is stupid and he knows it, no one to blame but himself. If a woman cheats on him and he takes her back, whatever happens is not her fault, it's his. There are reasons why, we call people like this simps, or just fools or delusional, or they take away the accountability of women because they allow things to happen. She cheated on him this time. I'm not surprised because of a type of man like this. She cheated on him because he didn't give her attention. Well done. You know what? I'm pretty sure she's going to do it again. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if he cheated on her. This is why this is toxicity in a nutshell. Okay? Either, right, he sits there and let himself suffer and be cheated on, or you know what, he knows that he cheats on her too, so whatever. It's like a back and forth toxicity game. This is why I hold both sexes accountable. It's your actions. Whatever happens in your life, the 90% of it is your doing. That's why there's no one else to blame at the end of the day besides yourself, because there's no one else you can control besides yourself. This is sad. This is sad that one, she felt the need to cheat and stayed with a man that she cheated on because she wants him back. She wants to stay with him, but she cheated on him, and that's her baby daddy too. So that's quite something, and it's sad that that's how he values himself. One, that he can't let go of a woman that's cheating on him, or two, that he's just in a relationship where maybe they're both cheating on each other, maybe they're both treating each other terrible, but for some mental insanity that they can't let each other go. This is another example of a toxic relationship that we just don't hold people accountable for their actions and their decisions they make. It's your fault.
Women can get the nice, loyal man if they really chose that, but that's not something y'all really want. Do y'all agree, disagree?
Disagree.
Why?
Who in their right mind doesn't want someone to be loyal to them?
But then you go after the Chris Brown type.
What's wrong with Chris Brown?
Chris Brown's a millionaire who has millions of options. Why would he be loyal just to you?
Because you stand out and you're one of one, and that's why.
So do you think if you were in a relationship with Chris Brown, he should be loyal to you?
I don't put restraints on people.
And you don't care if your man cheats?
No, of course I do, because I care about STDs and I care about wellness and stuff. I
So
care.
to the question, why would Chris Brown be loyal to you? He's a Ferrari. You should need to date a man who's a Nissan, which in Andrew Tate's term is the average man. If you want reliability and stability, you need to go date a man who's a Nissan.
That's demeaning yourself.
He might be capable of it, but what's the probability of him being loyal to you? He doesn't have to be. He's
I'll
a
say-
Ferrari.
What's going on here?
What are you doing here?
Who is this guy right
Abby,
here?
what are you
Who
doing
is this
here?
guy? Hold on.
Nobody
What?
here. Why are you
with him? Why were you?
Please, can you be quiet? Just be
I'm just
quiet.
trying to figure out.
You're supposed to be at home.
Why are you here?
Wait. 18.
Robbie, why are you here?
That's your co-worker. I know that nigga.
Hold on,
homeboy.
Why was you hugged up?
I know. Damn, why you with my girl? Why you with my girl? Why you with my girl? You didn't tell us. Why you didn't tell us?
Bobby,
Why you with my girl?
Bobby, after this, we're done. Okay?
Wait,
Just
what?
say it. We're done.
What?
After this, we're done.
Because of this guy right
We're
here?
done.
Done, my
Bobby,
boy.
done.
Because of this guy right
We're
here?
done. I'm so sick.
Why you mad at him? Hold on, why you mad at him? You the one out here.
Because I'm sick of
Y'all
it.
f***ing my shit up, bro.
I'm sick of it. So sick
Wow,
of
this
it.
dude coming at
I
you
should
like
have with me. You know
What?
what? You can't even satisfy me.
Oh.
You little
Oh.
can't satisfy me.
But I gotta work and pay the bills.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm so done.
Oh.
I'm so done.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Hey, hold on. Let me go ahead.
No. I'll take
You gonna hold on to that?
Yeah, you got 50.
Hey.
You know what?
Wow.
I've given you 5 years to get.
I gave you a house.
I gave you 5
a
years.
cell phone. I paid
gave
the
you
light.
5
I
years.
paid the water.
Oh, she a gold digger.
What
She a
you
gold
mean?
digger.
Oh, wow.
This has nothing to do with
Hold on. You
This
getting
has
real,
nothing to do with
you real aggressive,
This
though.
has nothing to do with
taking care of his business, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so paying the bills and
I'm
buying a
giving you-
house, that ain't
That ain't taking
care
care
of
of
That's
her
not
bills
enough.
paid, my
What
boy.
else she need?
I need to be satisfied.
Spending money.
Satisfied
Who
with
are
what?
you?
I'm Jifa.
Why are you in our business?
Serial entrepreneur, 4 kids. You said 18, 14, 10, and 9?
Yes.
How many men?
1.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, I was married for 17 years. I was with him for 17 years. I apologize. I was with him for 17 years. We were legally married for 10.
What kind of man are you looking for?
I'm definitely looking for one that is self-motivated and ambitious. I definitely want one that actually knows what they're working towards every day. I get up every morning, 5 a.m. workout. I have these multiple businesses, and one thing I cannot stand is for a man to be in bed all day doing nothing.
Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. So I am I'm pretty well off. So I want someone that is able to either meet me halfway or be able to enjoy the finer things in life with me.
Is there a minimum number?
At least $250,000.
So he has to make at least $250,000.
Yes.
Is that what your ex-husband made?
No, my ex-husband did make 6 figures, but he wasn't at $250,000.
So normally I hear 100K. So 100K wouldn't be good enough for you?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Ooh. She said absolutely not.
Here's the real reason why so many young men are becoming right-wing and listening to people like him. So here's a bit of a thought experiment. Imagine you're an 8th grade boy. You're beginning to be told by your teachers, the media, and maybe even your parents that you're privileged because you're a boy. But that doesn't make much sense, and you start asking yourself some questions. If boys are privileged, why do the girls in my class tend to get better grades? Why are the girls more well-behaved? Why are there more girls than boys in my advanced classes? Why are the girls already preparing for college applications? You start asking yourself these questions. By the time you get to high school, your confusion only grows. Your friends who used to be super excited and energetic are now appearing unmotivated and demoralized. They spend more time online now, they're stuck at home, they're addicted to certain things. They overall do not appear interested in improving their well-being. Meanwhile, the girls at your school continue to excel. Then when college acceptances come out, you notice the girls tend to get into way better schools. They even attend more universities in general. And yet for some reason, all you hear about is how girls are underrepresented in higher education. It's just so confusing. When you look for scholarships to apply to, you find hundreds that are only open to women. When you tour college campuses, you hear how the school is so proud to have groups like Women in Law and Women in Business. It all just becomes too much. So you start doing research and you discover that men are more likely to be homeless, be alcoholics, be lonely, die of a drug overdose, and so on. The only people even addressing these issues are people like him and others. These are the only men who appear to even sympathize with how you feel. The bottom line is that more and more young men are going down this path. They feel unwelcome by society, they feel aimless, they feel lonely, and they need guidance. And with fathers missing from the home more than ever, with anti-male sentiment becoming more more common than ever, there's only a few real role models remaining. So instead of just going, oh, it's sexist, it's misogynist, let's examine the root problem of all of this and try to imagine how we can actually fix it.